Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I'm doing reading for sign of Pisces, and keep in mind that this will not resonate for every Pisces. If you like a personal reading, it's going to be the first link in the description down below. Repeat that. First link in the description down below for a personal reading. You'll also find a bunch of other things in the description. You can find my Etsy shop, which has my tarot and my oracle cards on there. A bunch of things there on my Etsy shop in the description down below. You also find my shirt store, my website, different social media platforms I'm on, as well as Patreon. All that's in the description down below. If you'd like to donate to the channel, feel free to do so. I do appreciate donations here. So Pisces, let's see what Spirit has in store for yourself. Number 10. Number 45 with the Isidro. Number 34 with Scotty, or Scotto. Number 20. 26 with Fenrir. 14. Or 44 with the Well of Word. Number 5. Okay, Pisces, let's have a look at your cards here. Starting with the number 5. You have Righto. Your joys are signposts to your purpose and destiny. The journey is as important as the destination. Focus on the now, rather than the burdens of the past or the unrealized future. Stretch, aim for the new horizons, work with the rhythms of life, not against them. As the wheel turns, I am at the center, seeing all things as they are, right now. Being within each step, free to choose, blue sky, green fields. I am Righto. With lives deeply connected to the seasons, the Norse were more mindful of the now of life as it rhythmically unfolded than we are. They ate, lived, traveled, and even raided according to the seasons. Righto, a ruin that is part of the Elder Futhark, reminds us to focus on every aspect of the now. Doing so will make each day rich and full of wisdom and awareness. The Vikings were adventurers and pioneers. They traveled great distances, and understood that their journeys were to be treasured as their destinations. In keeping with this concept, Righto asks us to focus on every precious step of our own personal journeys, and not to concern ourselves with too much with what might happen in the future or what has happened in the past. In fact, Righto suggests we unburden ourselves of the weight of the past entirely and step into the new unencumbered, so as to make the journey both easier and more joyful. By asking us to ride with the natural flow, Righto offers an energy of personal freedom. If we reject others' time frames for us, their unreasonable expectations and their opinions, and instead look to our own sense of timing and our own feeling of rightness of that to which we are drawn, we'll experience the space and freedom to choose wisely without excessive anxiety. An element of air, or earth and air. Okay? Focusing on the now, focusing on your journey, Pisces, rather like letting go of the past and focusing on what's happening. Okay? So you can be freer. Number 10. Break free of obsessions. A new love will come into your life. You need less than you think. Be wise about separating needs from wants. Moderation is key. Love, but do not too much. Burn, but do not burn yourself. Attract, but not so you cannot be free. Desire, but without obsession. I am now this. Now this is one of the ruins of the Elder Futhark. Now this concerns itself with the nature of desire and explores needs. The design of the rune resembles two sticks being rubbed together to cause fire. The word could mean need fire. Now this warned about obsessions around needs and desires, particularly in regards to love and possessions. The Norse saw the potential for greed in both areas. While we both need love and a certain number of possessions, We must be discerning and ask ourselves what is necessary and what is excess. Another question, consider this. What does an insatiable drive for riches or bottomless hunger for love actually cost? Because of its association with love, now this is commonly used in love magic. Women were said to draw the rune on the piece of jewelry or hide it in their clothing to attract a particular lover. As a rune governed by fire, now this was said to increase passion or tonally temperate element is fire. Okay, Pisces, so it feels like you have new things coming into your life. You have new love, your new possessions and stuff, but you need to let go of the past so that you can experience the new, the present here, not to become obsessed with love or possessions. So, Parathor, search your memory for the answer. You have had experience with this issue before. You'll be coming into a period of good luck. Ready yourself to receive luck by preparing a base of hard work. There's more than one way to serve the current problem. The dice fall where they may, but all is not purely fate. Will is strong and flows through the tree and changes the carvings too. Great things can happen when all combined. I am Parathor. The Norse were very fond of betting games, including tossing dice or stone from a cup. This was both a simple entertainment as well as a way for men to pass the time between battles. Parathor, which is in the shape of a dice cup, considers the questions about what is down to luck and what is based on will. When dice are thrown, while we think that the outcome is just a chance, how we shake the cup and the angle and strength of the toss all influence the roll of the dice. Looked at this way, can we really say the roll is just pure chance? Parathor is said to be ruled by the Norns, the female deities that carve fate of all into the bark of Ixidril and then feed the tree the flowing waters of word. It is fitting, then, that this rune reminds us that nothing is set in stone, and that we all experience a mixture of fate, luck, and free will. While some people may choose to sit back and let things take their course and accept that they get what they get, others choose to influence their future. These people base their choices on their awareness of the gifts and fate has given them, and understand that the more you know how to achieve your desires. As we consider how to shape our lives, we can choose to push against fate or move with it. Element is water. Okay? This is going with the flow. Any issues, like if you're coming into a period of good luck here, Pisces. And it feels like if you're in a situation here, you already have the answer because you may have already dealt with it before in the past as well. Alright, but it's going with the flow here, Pisces. You have Manos. Develop yourself in all ways that you can. Fulfill your potential. Do not shy away from the collective consciousness. Human nature means mistakes are made, but we can learn from them. Working with and for the community is becoming important for you. Be rational about an issue rather than emotional. From the God's breath, I came and was made whole. Life given, fate's chosen, word bestowed and flowed. But it is up to me now to move and to choose. It is up to me to shimmer the carvings, to shake the tree. I am Manos. Manos represents us humans, humanity, and humankind. Our common strengths and weaknesses reminds us that we are all human, that we are more alike than we are different. Vikings relied on all the members of their communities to contribute to the collective well-being, as well as fulfilling their personal fate and spiritual energy. To the Vikings, this combination, the personal striving for excellence, is in a chosen field, and the respectiveness to the needs for the community as a whole is a recipe for successful society. The rune Manos asks for both unapologetically. This rune also indicates a need for stronger connection between the gods and man, for a greater trust in the divine. It was believed that the gods gave us our gifts, but it was up to us to push the fate along and achieve our full potential. The waste of talent was a great source of sadness to the Norse. One did not squander good health, a good pair of hands, or an inclination towards poetry, music, or service to the gods. This element is air. Okay, Pisces, this is like contributing here to that of society, contributing, like building here. Alright? Building the community up. Pisces. You're building yourself to the best that you can be. There is power in endings. Let go of your hatred. Belittling others to make yourself feel superior is never wise. Do not automatically fear those who you may not fully understand. First impressions are not always correct. I am ravenous, my mouth open, the yaw lined with great white teeth. I chase the light, I eat too the darkness you offer. My eyes see all, yes, even you, and I taste the flesh of the betrayers. I wait soon. Vikings both greatly admired and greatly feared the wolf. An apex predator, wolves not only competed with the Norse peoples for their wild prey, they also killed farmers' livestock and ate the flesh of dead warriors left on the battlefield. Yet these same animals were understood to be protective, family-oriented, and to play an important role in maintaining the ecological balance. While Odin's halls, the haven of Valhalla, were guarded by wolves, perhaps the most frightening of all Norse images is the destruction of the great giant wolf Fenrir, eating the moon in sky at Ragnarok. Also Sol and Mani, the sun and the moon, were said to be chased by two wolves, one called Hati, which is hate, and the other called Skull, mockery, sons of the fearsome Fenrir. This presents us with the mythos where two light beings, bringing deities, Sol and Mani, were constantly threatened by two dark emotions, hate and mockery, a good indication of how the Norse felt about these values of emotions. However, it is Fenrir, in another key mythos, who is seen to be betrayed. It is prophesied that the three Loki children would destroy the world at Ragnarok, and Fenrir and his two siblings, Serpent and a giantess, Hel, were seen to grow more powerful each day. The gods began to worry. Odin asked that they all be brought to him. Then Odin threw the serpent into the deep sea that lies around all lands, and Hel was given the realm of Helheim, from which she could not escape. This left Fenrir for the gods to deal with. The gods approached Fenrir, telling him that they wanted to test the strength of some bindings against his powers. Fenrir, who was suspicious, said that they could do so, but only if one of the gods put their right hand in his mouth for insurance. The god Tyr volunteered. He put his hand in the huge jaws of Fenrir. When the gods bound Fenrir fast to a huge stone, Fenrir bit off Tyr's hand. While we can sympathize with the gods for trying to save their world, we also feel the justice in Fenrir's savage reaction. Ultimately, the Norse knew we should never allow the wolves of hate, mockery, or suspicion to run free in our lives. Therefore, we should refrain from automatically fearing that which we don't understand, and seek to understand those who are different from ourselves. Okay, guys, this is not carrying hate. It's not carrying judgment. Alright? Especially that of first impressions. But to be open. 34. Know yourself is the most important of life's work. Express your independence. Let authenticity be your guide. Compromise is part of every relationship, but when compromise pushes you to be someone you are not, a change should be made. There is an easier way to do things. Speak plainly. The horizon brings me joy. There is so much to discover. Unfettered by what is not mine, I speak my truth. I am heard and heeded. I sing along with my wolves in harmony. I am myself. I am Scotty. It's a Norse goddess, best known in the mountainous parts region. Beautiful, strong, resourceful, and independent, her name is linked to the words for the unknown and darkness, and may even be the source of the word Scandinavia. A land dedicated to her, Scotty is a huntress and an archer, keeper of wolves, and most of all, a lover of snow and the highest of mountains. Her mythos tells us that once married to a husband, she demanded from the other gods as a recompense for the death of her beloved father, Pachasi. Scotty tried to live in her new husband's house, but her husband, I don't know how to say the word, was a sea god and lived on an island crashing with waves and smelled of seaweed. The incessant sound of the ocean and the screeching of seabirds was too much for Scotty. He was used to living in the soft silence of snow and the howling of her wolves. When she spoke of her missing her true home and your desire to be independent. She and her husband agreed to try alternating homes every 9 days, when dividing their time between Norton and Birmingham. It didn't work out. They decided to live apart but stayed married. Scotty returned to her beloved mountains, where she hunted from her skis, which she, the god, invented. The Norse asked Scotty for protection on their winter journeys, for success in hunting, and for survival in harsh times. When darkness was almost total in the Arctic winters, it was she they often referred to. She favored those who loved the snow and ice and who were honest, open, and plain-speaking. Her cult extended in the Arctic region and in the Arctic Circle, where people skied for survival, not just for fun. Should Scotty step into your life with this card, she is reminding you, be honest, direct, and respecting your own personal freedom is paramount. If you need courage to be who you really are, ask Scotty for assistance. Number 44, 45 left. Connected with that goddess there. Being in your own personal freedom, being in your own self, Pisces. 44. Magic is real. It is a force in the universe. Your power is real. You are a force in your own life. Do not dwell too long on the past, for you will miss the present and, thus, your opportunity to direct to your future. Everything is connected. Even apparently external influences may affect us. Word flows beneath the great tree, deeply roots, strengthened with the magic of destiny. I am in flux and in flow. All circles back. Choices weave with fate. The will of word, also known as the will of Erd, or will of... that's a long word, is a holy well at the base of the world tree, Isidril. Anything that touches words, waters will turn pure white, like the swans that swim upon it. Mentions of the well of word are found throughout the Eddas, and in particular in the poem Havamal, which says that its waters are spread over the roots of the tree by the Norns, who set down laws. They chose lives for the sons of men, the fates of men. Connected, as they are, to the fate-carving Norns, the waters of word represent the magic of destiny. They flow through the Isidril, nourishing and strengthening it. The dew that forms on the Isidril's leaves then drips back into the well, representing the cycle in which the past feeds the present and the future. Since the Isidril drips dew from what has occurred, the dew can circle back and affect the past, which can affect the present, which can affect the future. All is in flux, all circles back. While all beings receive the blessings and influence of word, they also have their own life force, which can be used to change the destiny they have been handed. Through this sophisticated, complex approach, the ancient Norse explained how destiny works, even spoke to the nature of time itself. They have shown us that we always have a choice, even if the Norns have carved us what seems to be at first a difficult destiny. Okay? You are part of the tree of life. You belong. You are part of something bigger than you realize. You deserve a wonderful life. Your destiny is both fated and shaped by your will. Be present. Be grounded. I am now, holding up, sending through, with being with, sending forth, connected to everything. I am life. Isidril, the tree of life, is the center of the cosmos. It grows in Asgard, the realm of gods. It's also known as Askir Isidrils, which means the ash tree to which Odin's eight-legged horse Sleipnir is tied. A mighty ash, Isidril supports within its branches and roots the 9 worlds of the Norse cosmos. There in the various realms, with all beings including humans and gods, Isidril grows up from the well of word, which is the flow and living force of destiny that nourishes both the world tree and life itself. The magic and power that flow through every very heart of the tree travels along its roots and branches to each of the 9 worlds. Isidril itself is the home to the 3 Norns, who carve the fate of all upon the tree, as well as to the creatures like dragons, message-carrying squirrels, and a great eagle. Isidril is referred to in many poems in the Eddas, one of the lovelier stanzas, which comes from some long word. I know that an ash tree stands, called Yggdrasil, a high tree soaked with shining loam. From there comes dews, which fall in the valley. Evergreen, it stands over the well of fate. While we are not really expected to believe that there is a literal tree at the heart of the Norse cosmos, this beautiful mythos invites us to view the action of the universe in a way that offers insight into our own lives. Yggdrasil is both central and grounded. It is a symbol of the present, the now, yet it upholds realms and concepts that flow in chains. Ancient Yggdrasil is strong and reliable and has its own wisdom, as do most vulnerable trees in our modern world. Okay, Pisces. So let's get some learning, some charms for yourself. So you have Ra, you have Obsidian, which is protective stone. You have some big breakthroughs happening for you, Pisces, especially in terms of abundance, in terms of money, in terms of properties. This is justice happening for you. Gateways are opening for you, okay? So, that's all I have for you. Like I said, first link in the description down below for a personal reading. Also, go to my Etsy shop, go in there, go buy something. Really appreciate it. If you want to see more content, feel like subscribe. Bye, guys.